Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a reading for Cancer. So Cancer, as usual, I'm doing this reading with my own tarot deck, so the cards that you'll see are from this deck. So before I begin with your message today, Cancer, I just want to highlight the bottom of the deck card because it's this Four of Wands, and I just want to begin with this because yesterday for the collective, this was the card that was at the bottom of the deck in the first part. However, I chose not to add to the first part because it was talking about, like, it was giving me a very cliche type of happy ending to that collective message. And because it's here today again with a very different message, it's not, although I do see value in things that are known or said to be a cliche, because they are a cliche because there's some piece of truth embedded in them. That's just my point of view in terms of, you know, cliches and the value of them. But so not diminishing the message that I was seeing yesterday that I didn't include in the collective reading in the first part. This is not a cliche for you, Cancer. This is not the same happy ending message that I was seeing here. It is and it's not, okay? Because there is this underlying understanding that you are getting away from a very negative influence, and I want to say perhaps it's not necessarily somebody else. Maybe it's something that you are finding inside of you that was not the best partner, right? Or the best characteristics, or just a self-sabotaging way of doing life, right? But now that that's being dealt with because you are taking over control over what inspires you, there is this message. It's kind of like this, it's like this background of, yes, there is, you know, a happy ending, but the happy ending, and I'm going to go back to this card at the end because it wants to tie to one card specifically that is showing up here in your reading, which is the Two of Wands. And I'm going to, you know, just connect both of them at the end. So, what are you getting rid of? What are you dealing with? The Devil. The Devil is opening up your reading today. This card actually was funny because the way that it fell from the deck, it looped and then it, you know, fell on my right lap and then it fell onto the ground and it was facing down. And so immediately when I got it and I saw that it was the Devil, it felt like the Devil wanted to escape your attention, wanted to hide away, wanted to just run, really, right? Because it's like, it's almost like now you are completely aware of the things that have been destructive, unhealthy, self-sabotaging characteristics or behaviors or thoughts, or, you know, whatever it is that has been breaking your path, right? I often talk about this as, you know, the broken path in a sense. Something that used to be like this one path, this very secure path even, is like it has been broken because of the influence of the Devil, right? So however that translates to you in your specific situation, I feel like you are looking at it. It's like you don't want it to run away from you. You don't want it to hide away again, I want to say, because it feels like, you know, this tendency to be under the influence of the Devil might have been like this recurring thing, right? Always like the Devil finding a way to escape from your consciousness, from your awareness. But now it's like you're not allowing it to happen again, because with the Six of Swords coming next, you want to see it all the way to the end. It's like you want to accompany this Devil on their way out of your life in a sense, right? Or on the way out of your decision-making process or your steps forward, because the steps are here. It's like you're taking control over the steps that you take, or that you would take, always in a very inspiring way, but under the influence of this Devil, it would feel very self-destructive or self-consuming is what I'm hearing right now. It's almost like, you know, when you explode from within, right? It's almost like you are bursting with anger, but you don't allow that to be expressed, so it consumes you from the inside out. I hope that makes sense. So that's what I'm getting from previous influential moments, that this devil prevailed, and it always found a way to sneak out of your attention and just, you know, come back in. And it's kind of like transform the creative power that you do have, Cancer, into a destructive power, right? This self recognition, this inner recognition of your own power, but you're taking that back, right? So the Six of Swords is you being the one who is putting the devil inside this boat and making sure that you are crossing this river, so that you are, you know, sending the devil away. It's like you are the one on this driver's seat, or it's like you're the one controlling the boat in a sense, right? It's no longer the devil. It's like, it's not like you are the one oblivious to this influence. It's like you are pretty much aware. So what you're doing is like, you know, if this devil wanted to escape, it's like you're taking it by the hands or maybe by the horns, and say, no, 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 you come here with me, and you are now going to be on this ride with me, but I'm in control. I am going to say where we're going, and I'm going to take you inside this boat, right? With the traditional image of the boat, right? Of the Six of Swords. And we're going to do this together, right? The Ten of Wands, it's like, it's you tired of being tired, right? Essentially, it's you, it's like enough is enough. This is how I'm hearing the Ten of Wands. It's like, it's over. It's like you don't want the influence of the devil anymore. You are tired of this energy controlling you, controlling your decisions. So enough is enough. So you're the one, it's like there's a lot of strength, right? But it's not like physical strength. It's more like this decision. It's like you're tired of being led by this negative influence, tired by being distracted or destructed, right? Destroyed by, you know, this influence, like internally destroyed, right? Because I feel like this, it's like this reframing of the Ten of Wands, right? The Ten of Wands has been coming up. Well, the 10 and the 9 of Wands, a long time ago, it came through as a path of flowers. So instead of being like this muddied road, or this path that would only see destruction and overload and sadness and hurdles and struggles and all of that, it's like, it's actually like a very it's interesting. What I was going to say was a fertile path, but actually what I heard was a profitable path. Profitable, oh my god, I can't say. Maybe it's not for you, maybe it's just for me. Profitable path, right? With the Ten of Wands, because you're tired of, you know, maybe not having any type of independence from this devil, right? So it's like, it's okay to see that even the struggles are now making way for this path of flowers, but you need to see this through to the end, because these two cards, the Six of Swords and the Ten of Wands, are you leading this devil on its way to the exit, right? So, you know, and what I heard right now is like, it's not just the exit. It's not like they're going to, it's like you're taking them to exile. Exile, this is the word that I heard, because this is where you're taking them, right? It's like, okay, so you're going to take them maybe to a side of your psyche, or a part of your unconsciousness that is kind of like isolated, right? It's like you're going to exile this behavior of yours, something like that. So you're taking this devil, so that's the reason why, you know, while you are still in the company of this devil, it's like you are very sharp. You need to be very sharp, because you are aware that the energy that is there with you, it's almost like you have to wear gloves, you have to wear protection, because it could be a very destructive, it's very close still with the Ten of Wands, but because you're already starting to see the buds, the blooming flowers, it's like, you know that the potential is great, but you just have to endure a little bit of, because it's almost like it's like it's tying the last knot, or it's like it's, you know, it's like your last commitment, your last obligation. It's like the last thing, the last influential part of this partnership or this shared path, right? It's like, you need to do this. You need to see this through to the end. This is the sensation that I'm having for you, Cancer, because afterwards, when you walk back, it's like after you take them to the door and you say goodbye, right? It's like, this is where you stay. Like now you are in exile mode. Now you are no longer effective. Now you're no longer influencing my life or my decisions. The Two of Wands, it's like, these are your, okay, steps to bringing your confidence back. This is how I'm perceiving the Two of Wands, because it's like, this is how you're going to walk from now on, because it's always been like this, it's like carrying the burden, right, of maybe wanting to deal with this devil character that was, you know, always there hanging behind you, or trying to sneak and, you know, hide away from you. But it's like, now it's the last time that this is going to happen. Now you're not allowing this to continue, because you're taking this this devil by the horns and you are exiling it. It's like you are just sending it away, and you're making sure that you see this through to the end. Because when you go back to your daily activities, when you go back to your life, when you go back to the other side of the margin where, you know, your life is, it's like, it's not in that island anymore. It's not in that exile mode anymore. It's like you left the devil there. You're ready to take steps that are free from the influence, because you see here how the two steps are here, the two wands are here, but here they are free, and here they were still very confined, very constricted, very suppressed, right? It's like your inspiration was always like this, transformed into this self-destructive mode, self-sabotaging behaviors and choices and all of that. But here you're free to dream. You're free to just, you know, envision this new possibility of creating things that were not possible to take those same steps when you were under the influence of the devil, right? So it's like the devil had some sort of it's like ending a contract with the devil, basically, right? It's like there is a point in this shared journey that it's like, well, I was just wondering whether or not this is you making this consciously, or if this is just by design, right? It's like there comes a point where the road with the devil ends, and then you're free to go on your own, to take those steps with confidence without feeling shaken by the devil. Or it's like, it could be just insecurities, right? It's like this lack of security in yourself, and now you're being it's like now that's coming back to you, right? So your steps are now free. But I feel like because you're so decided here to take this devil, because you're not allowing that to hide away from your consciousness, it's like you are paying attention to that. So it's like you're taking that responsibility, and by taking that responsibility, it's like you're looking the devil in the eye and you're saying, okay, no longer more. It's like, I don't want this anymore. Enough is enough. And so this shared path, this shared contract is over, right? And it gives way for this Two of Wands, which to me, typically this card talks about dreaming. It's not the same dream as the Nine of Cups, because that comes from the heart. This one is almost like this envisioning, right? It's like this very magical expansion of your vision, of your third eye, of, you know, just imagining possibilities. And it's kind of like creating this movie inside your head, right? So it's like, you know, what could be, like, now that there is nothing holding you back, Cancer, what could be? And I feel like that really, it brings you to where you feel the most connected to you, because the Five of Pentacles talks about the integrity, right? It's like who you are in essence, but also as this human being, right, in a physical form. But it's like it talks about you being where you are with all of these expansive possibilities now that the devil is no longer here. It's like, okay, so coming back to yourself is like the best feeling ever, I feel like, because it's like you haven't been yourself, right? It's like you haven't been fully yourself. It's almost like you have always taken steps because of this devil, because of your insecurities, because of maybe like these emotional negative thoughts, or you know, whatever pattern of behavior you have followed under the influence of the devil. It's like you're making sure that this is no longer active in your life. And when you go back to yourself, when you go back to your daily activities, it's like you're going to feel, it's almost like dropping into your body, right? But that feels good because you're grounded. And what I heard with this Five of Pentacles was, okay, back to square one. But the thing about the square, well, you know, around here, this Ace of Pentacles, we do have the square, right? But the square one, it's not, you know, a reason to have your confidence diminished in any way possible, because I feel like you're so pumped by this. I feel like your confidence is growing to the point that going back to square one, but no longer having the influence or, you know, the possibility of the devil sneaking in and destroying things, it's like it's so refreshing. It's so good. It's like you're glad to be back to square one. Because the difference this time, I want to say, Cancer, is that it's not the square one, right? Because what defines how good this opportunity is of being back to square one is who the one is in this square. Okay, so let me explain this. The Ace of Pentacles in the middle, it's kind of like this valuable consciousness of where you are. So you are understanding that where you are, however limiting, let's say, right? You know, if you were to compare with people that are, you know, in other paths, perhaps they are already in the Ten of Pentacles, right? It's like it's not a matter of comparing yourself to others. It's a matter of seeing the possibilities, the new steps that you can take, the new inspiring steps that you can take now that you are in your own zone, in your own body, in your own integrity. And that is your square one. So that grounds you. And so what you make with that square one, right? Because you're the one there. So it's almost like you understand the value that you hold where you are. So there is no need to compare yourself with anybody who is more or less you, right? Or who is more advanced, or who, whatever it is. It's like, it's your space. So from here, this is the launching pad. And what you're doing with it, it's like, it's so powerful that you don't even realize, I think. The Judgment card is talking about, well, it's talking about this powerful tool, right? This is often what I see in the Judgment. But what I was seeing here, it's like everything that you're doing, it's like you have such a magnificent instrument that it's not about where you are, but actually what you are and what you have at your disposal and what you do with all of these new visions that are coming to life. It's like, how do you, it's kind of like sculpting, right? This is how I'm seeing this. It's kind of like sculpting your new reality because you're no longer under the influence of the devil. So therefore, what you are sculpting, the reality that you are creating for yourself from the launching pad that you are right now, it's so rich because it's based on integrity, is based on groundedness, is based on your inspiration. And ending here with this Page of Wands, I mean, this is you. Well, it's again back to this square one where it's like you can recognize that first inspiration. So it's almost like here, yes, you can explore new ideas, new visions, new imaginations, new projects, new creations, whatever it is. It's almost like you're exploring, you're experimenting with freedom, right? To take steps that are, you know, no longer under the devil's influence. So that is so new that it's almost like, okay, what do I do with it? And the wisdom that is being brought by this, or the instrument that you know that you have that is extremely powerful, it's not dictated by where you are, or even like the environmental conditions, or even like the amount of money. Maybe you have like, you know, half of what you desired to do whatever it is, but now that you have this new perspective, it's like what this tool has the power to do with an old idea, I want to say, is like you are, it's like you're, you know, the same way that you let this devil, you know, out in the exile mode, maybe, you know, in a very specific place of your consciousness or your subconsciousness, that you know that it's secure there because it's not going to influence you anymore. But at the same time, while you're taking the steps, you know, coming back from that trip, let's say, it's like you're finding that old inspiration of yours that perhaps never took off, that perhaps never was manifested, that perhaps was never realized. But here it is. It's like, it's, you know, it's just piquing your curiosity, right? It's like along the way, you remember that you had that idea, you had that inspiration, you had that project, you had the desire that never grew, that was never expressed, that was never experimented with. And here you are, ready to just let that spark, right? It's like that spark, that tiny little spark that never died. It's like it was there waiting for you to deal with the devil so that you could look back at it and say, okay, now you're ready to do this. And you are, because it's like you are in the perfect place for this, because you know that it's not about the place itself, but it's like your presence, right? How grounded you are, how conscious of you, right? It's like your integrity. So all of that, it's like these are all instruments, these are all the tools that you have to shape the reality that you have, that you are now creating, but based on something that was already like this desire of yours that you didn't, maybe you didn't have a chance, right? Maybe because you were too busy, maybe because you were being distracted by the devil. But because that's not the case anymore, it's like you're free to take those steps in this direction of exploring something that you desire, perhaps as a kid, right? I'm just thinking about, like, you know, when we are kids, like we have so many plans, you know, of the things that we're going to do, the things that we're going to be, you know, being an astronaut and a dancer and whatever it is. But maybe, you know, life happens and there are so many things that are on our shoulders that we just forget about those things. But here it's the chance for you, Cancer, to remember all of that and reshape your reality based on something that you wanted, you deeply wanted. And now you're curious to see, you know, if you don't have the devil's influence anymore, like how far could this go? How far could this grow, right? And the reason why I mentioned the Four of Wands is because I feel like there is going to be a companion on this road. Because with the devil being the companion before, it's almost like it was a shared path. It was meant to be a shared path, but it was not the companion that you wanted, right? But now that you know that, it's almost like there is this vacant spot. So it's like you're now open to, you know, using the tools that you have, using the vision that is, you know, just that little spark. It's like you can inspire somebody else, I want to say, to join you. Because to me, if the Two of Wands is talking about your steps forward, this Four of Wands is kind of like doubling that, right? So it's like these are your steps, but then there are another person's steps that are there right beside you. So it's kind of like, it's what I'm hearing right now is like, oh my God, this is glory, right? It's like to have somebody that is, you know, an actual partner that will walk this path with me, but with freedom and just enjoying the whole ride. It's amazing. Okay, so I'm going to leave this there. I hope this was helpful. I am going to pull more cards for you, Cancer, and also I'm going to pull from the astrological rooms in the extended reading. So if you want to join me there, I'll be very happy to see you. You can find the link down below. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.